Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. That's some Steelers news coming on. As you guys know, they're getting ready and prepared for, of course, those roster cuts for the depth chart. It comes out on Tuesday. So we've been seeing a lot of different news and speculations about who's going to stay, who's going to go. I think one person who I think should stay, or two people actually, I think Tomlin should probably find a way to stay as well, because he's the guy who's like a versatile piece. He played snaps in preseason at quarterback. He played snaps in kick return, punt return, on receiver. He's been all over the field like that. So I feel like the Steelers should find a way to keep him around. Another guy too, I think as well, is Dez Kirkpatrick. Like that big receiver, the 6'2" guy like that. He made some plays and been kind of a sleeper guy throughout preseason and training camp. I think he's the guy who might be around a little bit and might give us some good, like things like that too as well. If a guy go down, put him out there, a big target out there, and we kind of lack a little size in the receiver room a little bit, because we have, of course, George Pickens, who's like 6 foot, I think 1 or 2 like that, and then you have Calvin Austin, who's like 5'7", like that. He's like, I think, like he's like one of the smaller receivers in the league, like that, 5'7". Then you have Scotty Miller, who's like around the same height as him. And then you got Roman Wilson, he's 5'11". Like that, we have a lot of kind of smaller, like stature guys. So keeping a guy like Dez Fitzpatrick around will actually help out a lot. So I think the Steelers should find a way to keep him around. We'll see exactly what happens and who they kind of keep on their depth chart and keep on their roster. But overall, Steelers been doing a solid job, from the defensive side in preseason. I like the snaps we've seen in preseason from all games like that. Of course, Nick Herbig has been a guy who stood out a lot. He's been making a lot of big time plays. Last year did the same thing. He got that extra burst, that extra spark. He got off the line very fast like that, very explosive, because he's a smaller in frame type of edge rusher, but he got off the line fast, and they used him in different spots yesterday too as well. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday as well. When they played the Detroit Lions, they had him in the middle. And of course, it was the second string, of course, and third string, but they had him in the middle. I think he was blitzing through the middle. I think they were kind of finding different ways how they can use him. And I think this year he'll get a bigger role. We know TJ Watt is the starter. We know Alex Highsmith is the starter. Of course, those two phenomenal pieces. But I think Herbig can get a bigger role and be put in different spots out there like that. I would love to see him and TJ Watt out there at the same time and making different plays too as well. So he's been a guy who's been shining a lot. And Keanu Bitten, his tag team partner, who been going out there. I feel like every time they get in the backfield, it's either him or them. Like both of those guys getting there, either Keanu Bitten getting there and Herbig coming there cleaning it up, or Herbig getting in there and Bitten coming to clean it up. Those guys have been in sync, and they came from the same draft class, just like JPJ as well. All those guys, we got some big time key defensive players from the draft class who are going to have a pivotal role, a big role for our defense like that coming in this coming season and in the future as well. So it was great to see those guys kind of get utilized and kind of see how the development throughout preseason. And I'm very excited to see where they lead to next. As you guys probably clicked on this video for, of course, Coach Tomlin has not named the starting QBs yet. That's one thing that he's been kind of like avoiding a little bit. He said that he will find a way to name them this coming week. So we'll see exactly what happens. Maybe on Tuesday when the depth chart stuff come out, or maybe he'll do it later that week, like that after. We'll see fully, or maybe he might leave it blank. Might leave it blank a little bit and then wait to after that stuff and then kind of see who'll be the starting quarterback. In my personal opinion, like I mentioned last time, Russell Wilson should be the starter. He's a guy who has the veteran presence. He looked better in preseason, has a good arm still as well, accurate, been in these spots before, so you know what it takes when you have a good defense, when you have time to get that rushing attack going and stuff like that, when you're trying to just need a guy who just needs to be consistently solid. He did that with the Seahawks in younger days like that. They ran the ball, they played good defense, Russ made throws when necessary. He stayed a day and be a playmaker sometimes when necessary as well, but he stays consistently solid, low turnovers, and is going out there and playing like he did, kind of like he did last year with the Broncos. 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,800 passing yards, not doing too much, not doing too less, just doing enough to help us get by, help us win games like that. If we can go out there and do that, we'll be good. We can go out there and win 11, 12 games like that because the defense is very good. But if not, then of course we have troubles a little bit. Justin Fields, of course, is more talented in a sense of like athleticism, has an arm strength, and at this stage of his career has more ability than Russell Wilson has. But he also is still raw a little bit. You can still see kind of some of the mechanics that be off a little bit on some of his throwing motions and some of the things he's trying to do to push down the field, and accuracies that happen here and there. He's very athletic. He's very good at making something into nothing. I mean, nothing into something like that. He's very good at doing that, scrambling. We had an opportunity. His threat of his legs also opened up so much more. We've seen it yesterday when, not yesterday. He's saying yesterday. The day before yesterday, we've seen it when he was out there. I think Samaje Perine had the handoff. He ran one earlier, so teams all just kind of, the linebackers kind of came back down, kind of got to him, and he just handed off to Perine and kind of got those guys out of the way. And it opens up so much more when you have a guy like that who can do that. Russell Wilson used to do that, but now he's a little older, of course, and has been injury prone the past few years a little bit, so they don't want him running out there too much. So I think Justin Fields will probably get chances and opportunities to go out there and to like get rushes and stuff like that on 4th and 1 and goal line stands and stuff as well. But overall, I think Justin Fields is to sit behind Russ, learn a little bit more, and then get an opportunity to go out there to play. So I think Russ should be the starter, but we'll see what Coach Tomlin does. We've seen it with the Patriots before. Remember the Patriots had Mac Jones and Cam Newton a few years back. Cam Newton being a veteran, being in the Super Bowl before, being an All-Pro before, being an MVP, being a multiple-time Pro Bowler, being a very good player, like having a good career. Mac Jones, a rookie. Mac Jones beat out Cam Newton. They cut Cam Newton from the team, and it was like the kind of standpoint it took. Will the Steelers do that? I don't think so. I know people had rumors that said the Steelers could trade Russell Wilson to the Vikings, and the Vikings need a quarterback since Jason McCarthy went down, or somewhere else. But I don't think they do that either like that. So we'll see what happens, but you never know. Mr. Omar Khan is very aggressive, so you never know what he might do. He might say, you know what, Coach, you really think that Justin Fields, the Coach Tomlin say Justin Fields is playing good, that they both on the same par. He might, you really think he's on the same par with him? Maybe we should trade Russ away for some compensation or something like that, and then let Justin Fields be our guy. But most likely, the way the Steelers are kind of shaped and kind of structured a little bit, they're kind of old school style. So they're going to go with the veteran guy like that first, like that. The veteran, the legend guy. They respect a lot of people's legacies. They're going to go with that guy first, and then they're going to see what happens until he's incapable. Most likely, Coach Tomlin will say that. Until he's incapable, showing us that he can go out there and help us win, we will not change him out like that. So that's kind of what Coach Tomlin probably going to say most likely about Russell Wilson and the situation, about the quarterback stuff. But I think Russell Wilson should do a solid job, though. I'm getting tired of talking about this topic, and I hope that they just name it like fully like that. I'm getting tired of doing this news stuff. The news stuff is cool and all, but it ain't the same as the other football stuff. I'm getting tired of talking about the news and talking about like all type of stuff, like all the news report, this is speculation, this is rumor, and all this stuff. The videos are all right, but it's not the same. Like I feel like when you get the regular season, we actually can see stuff, and actually discuss and break down the game. Like break down the game of football. That's when you get to the nitty gritty. But that's got, I feel like I've got 2 more weeks for that. But 14 more days into that. Well, 13 more days now. 13 more days into that, so we're gonna see what happens. And one thing I had at the end of the video too as well, I seen one report, one article, they were mentioning Patrick Peterson. It said, should the Steelers bring him back? I remember I made a video on this on my solo channel, my other channel, my personal channel. I made a video talking about Patrick Peterson. Maybe he should come back to the Steelers in like a little small role, since Cam Sutton will be out, suspension, because he's he beating on his wife. I still don't know how he got on the team, but they signed him to the team. I don't know why, but they brought him back. But he's gonna be out for 8 weeks, so the Steelers could bring in Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson did look pretty good in the slot. When he played in the slot last year, look at his numbers. He played pretty good in the slot. He played pretty good as a safety as well. He just struggled as an outside corner. He was on the island. He couldn't do it no more. Now, he's a great player. I think he has a phenomenal career. He might be a future Hall of Famer as well. But he's at this stage of his career and his age, he can't keep up with some of the guys. So I feel like maybe they should probably put him in that role of going out there and being a slot guy, being a safety guy, rotational piece, and being a veteran presence around the team. He knows the playbook. He did play solid in those positions. Had interception last year as well when he made some plays. So maybe Patrick Peterson might can come back on a little cheap deal, a veteran minimum deal like that, bring him back to be around a team like that, be a veteran presence in that secondary room like that, him and Minka, and we'll see what goes on from there. But that's all I got for today's video. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Comment what you want to comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.